First game of the season for the JV high school, and after missing all of 2020, let's see if we need to knock some rust off as an umpire. Yelling fair ball on a ball hit fair. Thankfully, this ended up not causing any serious issues, just a lot of confusion and some laughter. What do you think on this one? This looks like batter interference to me, but it wasn't called and no one said a word. Here are a few more. Which would you call interference?
Save! All right, nice.
Now that our teams are high school age and several games were umpired by varsity umpires, not a lot of bad calls. This one was a wrong out call, but notice that the umpire is in perfect position. If you're in the right place to make the call, you don't get much pushback even when you get the call wrong. Rundowns are a breeding ground for obstruction calls that often get missed. Keep an eye out. A runner having to alter direction due to a fielder without the ball, that's typically obstruction. The runner should have been safe at home here. It is, however, nice to see a team react to a win like they just won the World Series. This is the second time that I've seen a video of this. A runner trying to pull the A-Rod move and slap the ball from the first baseman's glove. You can't fool this umpire, however. A pitcher like this gets injured, or any player for that matter, and the coach gets a free visit to check on him. Notice, however, that our field umpire is in on the meeting. Why? Because if the coach starts talking strategy or anything other than the injury, he gets charged with a visit to the pitcher. Umpires need to monitor these visits. This volume isn't just umpires messing up. Sometimes we can learn when they do everything right. Speaking of that, here's another time a pitcher visit is charged to a team. The coach called the catcher over and then sent him to talk to the pitcher. The umpire was all over that one.
Go, Brody! Hey, stay hot, stay hot! Get him in! Hey, stay hot, Brody!
This is pre-pitch interference and it was not called. This can mess up either the batter or the pitcher. The umpire needs to stop the play, call time, and start over. It's hard to know if the batter or the catcher is at fault, so the rule is just stop and restart. I'm sure this will make it into our next balk video test, but it's so rare I wanted to show it here too. This is the gorilla arm balk. It's the first time I've seen it called in game, and good call. Here's an example of when you wish you could crawl into a hole and hide as an umpire. It eventually happens to us all, and it's no fun. Just plain missing a call. No idea what happened here. Dust in his eye, mentally distracted. No idea, but it has happened to me, and it shouldn't happen. Nothing, though, he can do now. He called it a foul, so it's a foul. I really hate when a balk is called by an umpire and you can't see it no matter how often you look. I've worked with umpires that are really quick to call balks, and I personally hate it. Whatever this pitcher is doing, one thing is for certain. He's not trying to fool a runner.
Hey, stay back and get him in now.
This one every umpire has done. Just totally missed an obvious strike call. The nice thing is that you can vary that mistake in 150 good ball strike calls. And then, of course, apologize to the catcher when you get the chance, as this guy apparently does. Here's another balk call, and I gotta say, I'm not sure. He started his pitch, and he did pitch. Doesn't the rule say that once the pitcher makes any natural movement to pitch, he must complete the pitch? Didn't he do that? Let me know in the comments. I'm only pretending to be an expert, so I'd like to know if you would call this a balk or not, and why. Oh, this poor hitter needs his mommy to tell him the pitch location.
Coming outside again. Oh, look outside, look outside. There you go! I say, nice right. One's outside.
If the batter can hear this, then the umpire can, and it should be shut down. Spectators shouldn't be yelling out the pitch locations, and catchers, you need to set up a little later. When I first put this in here, I thought the umpire got the call wrong, but I was wrong.
Still got it?
First throw by an infielder that goes out of play is 2 bases from the time of the pitch, unless all runners have already achieved the next base. The batter had already reached first, but the other runners hadn't made it to the next base yet, so good call, Blue. So what do you do when the game time limit is almost up and it's 90 degrees with high humidity? Does the umpire tell the catcher to intentionally get crossed up so he has to talk to the pitcher so he can kill some time rather than start a whole new inning? Well, that's what happened here. I can't say I blame him. The team was up 9-3 with 4 minutes left when the half inning started, and
Oh! You know why he's going to talk to him? Must have been a cross-up.
we've seen this clip in an earlier video I uploaded. A catch for an out and dropped and transferred. But because the umpire signaled wrong, all sorts of chaos ensued. This is the way a drop and transfer out should be called. Catcher interference is a delayed dead ball. If the result is the batter reaching first safely and no outs, the interference is disregarded. Good job. The batter runner is out on interference, but the umpire is not very loud and doesn't immediately kill the play. In the end, he gets it all correct, but he has to do some explaining. Likely he hesitated because he wanted to make sure he ruled on this correctly. While he called the runner out right away, this is a play that can be rewound easily. I assume he let it run while he went over in his head what the correct way to rule on this was. The correct thing to do is to immediately call time, call the batter runner out for interference, and return runners to their original bases.
What's going on?
Why didn't you call him out right away then?
We called him out. See the buzz hit him outside the box. I think that's the call.
This is a hard one to see as an umpire. It's far more common in softball, but did you see what happened? The batter's foot was completely out of the batter's box when he hit the ball. He's out. Fair or foul, he's out when he contacts the ball with his bat with either foot completely outside the batter's box. Here's a game management issue. Coach yells. Umpire takes time to address the dugout and issue a warning.
Yeah, that's a quick pitch. Wasn't even in the box.
A quick pitch is a pitch delivered before the batter is reasonably set in the batter's box. The quick pitch is a balk with a runner on base. It is a ball with no runners on base.
No, I think that was a makeup call for them right afterward.
Umpires should never do a make-up call. If you missed a call or made a mistake, learn from it and move on. But don't try to make it up by making another bad call.